Hello, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of LeadSite's Live. It is Thursday, April 23rd, around 1:02 p.m. Mountain Standard Time out here in New Mexico. Hope everybody is having a great week so far. You can go ahead and pop in the chat and say hello. Show you guys exactly where to do that. Today we're going to be talking about design, basically just how some easy changes that you can make to your website design to kind of give it a little bit more pop, and kind of some elements of the home pages app, maybe in particular, that you might not know about, things along those lines. So please let me know if you have any questions. You can go ahead and chat on the right-hand side there if you have anything. Hello, Dean. I hope that you are doing well out there in Hawaii today. So yeah, let's get to it. So as you guys know, when you get your EasyAgentPro website, it is, basically right off the bat is gonna, be chock full with a bunch of really fantastic content and things along those lines. But an important thing that is very easy to do on the platform is really kind of adjust your site design. So I'm going to go back out here into the app section, and we're primarily going to be checking out the home pages app and the header and footer app. So let's go ahead and pop into home pages. And just like everything else on the website, you just basically can select from a template. So let's see our templates here. And as you can see, we have this one pulled up right now. I've been seeing a lot of agents use the video homepage template, like this one in particular, which I think is great. But let's go ahead and try a different one out. I think the luxury one in particular looks really fantastic. So let's go with the white version. Go ahead and change the template, and then let's kind of see how we are looking on the homepage now. So pretty great. We've got this pretty great featured, hero image here. We have a few too many things on the header menu. So let's go ahead and start there, and I'll show you guys how to edit that. So before we continue with the homepage, I am going to go pop into the app section. And then I'm going to go into settings. And then from settings, we are going to check out the sellers menu in particular. So let's see here. What was that one? 5 mistakes sellers always make, which is just kind of weirdly hanging out here. So let's go ahead and we are just going to, let's move testimonials underneath the contact tab here. And go ahead and refresh our page. So now that we have sellers back under testimonials here, we still have this blog that is being linked to, and somebody might have actually added that in a different settings section there. So I'm gonna just kind of leave that for the time being. So let me show you just a couple of the things that you can do with this homepage design. You're gonna notice that you have your IDX search here. That's easy to adjust, but you might not have your featured areas up. So the way that we can fix that is we can go into the Instafarm app where we have some featured areas. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to edit a couple of these just to add them to the menu. So you're going to see where that corresponds. So if you ever use a homepage template that has like a little area like this that says featured areas, start your search, that kind of thing, just go ahead and click Add to Menu. Go ahead and save that. And that's how you can kind of get that on there. Actually, you know what? Since I'm on the demo site, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out and I'm going to log in with an editor login so that we can actually affect some of those changes. I'm also going to make that pop-up. Oops. We are logging in here. And we are just going to log in with a standard editor account so that we can actually make a couple changes to those Instafarm pages in particular. So I'm popping back into the app section here. And we are going to go to Instafarm. And I am just going to go ahead and edit a couple of these real quick, just to include go over here. It looks like we might have somebody on the demo site trying to edit this particular page. Add that to the menu. Okay, cool. So that's been added to the menu. Go back down here to the Instafarm page again. And maybe we can add the Rio Rancho one to our menu as well. Boom. And then when these are live, so currently they're just drafts. So that is what is going to, kind of basically be the difference there. If you have any published areas, Instafarm pages, they're going to show up here. It's going to look really great on your site versus the demo site here. Another thing that you might have noticed is that we've had that smart pop-up come up a few times. That's another design element that we can kind of adjust. So if we go to the smart pop-up here, and let's see what we got here. So we have this seller one on. I'm going to go ahead and just deactivate it for the time being, just so that we're not kind of seeing that so much while we're editing the site, which is definitely a handy thing to do. So you can kind of flick those on and off with a flick of a switch that way. So if we go into home pages and go back to settings, this is where you can actually change some of the template specific settings on the actual website. So this is where we can change our background image here. There's no place like home. Find a place to call home in Colorado. We have our IDX searches. We have our, this home to action or call to action right here for the home's true value. This logo does not look great. So let's go ahead back here into photos and videos, or rather the About Us section. Let's go ahead and remove that image and just replace it with one a little bit sleeker. You're going to see that this image is 427 by 480 pixels. It's a little bit large for that particular section. If we wanted to have like a brand image or something like that, this one is also very big, so we don't want to go with that. Looks like we have quite a few kind of test images in here. Go ahead and just pop in our EAP logos one. Go ahead and choose that image. And then we're going to go ahead and save our settings. And just like that, we can kind of get that changed to one that's a little bit more, kind of, let's see here. Let's kind of scroll back up to our section. And you could even do a headshot there, might be a good idea too, for that meet your agent spot. You guys might be wondering, how do I change this copy? Really easy to do. You can also do it in here. That was going to be under template specific, where you say meet your agent. You could have it say about me instead. So anything that you see on a template can be edited in the settings section. That's like the really, really important part to remember, in particular when it comes to the app itself. Super easy to do. So I think that this color here, if we scroll back up here, I love that red rock kind of thing, but we have this nice blue one. We got this Keller Williams logo here. So let's go ahead and change our primary color on the site. So I'm going to go into settings again. And under colors, that's where you can actually get that changed. So I'm going back out here. Let's just pick a nice red. I have this really cool tool called Digital Color Meter that you guys might not be able to see, but basically I can kind of hover over any pixel and grab its color. So this one is E23448. Let's pop that one in. So this is where you can change the color theme for the website. And I already forgot it because I'm talking to you guys. It is E23448. E23448. And we're gonna go ahead and save. And now if we refresh our home page, we're gonna have something that looks quite a bit better than that, that kind of blue. Boom, I think that looks quite nice actually. So kind of red goes with the Red Rock Big Bend image right here. I don't even know if this is in Colorado, I thought it was in Texas. But as you can see, all the corresponding colors also changed here. So over that search properties, our featured areas, start your search, our kind of images up here in colors, those all changed to correspond with that particular color. So it's a really easy way to get everything updated on the website and get all those kind of accents actually kind of affected site-wide very easily. Now, if you go back into the apps section here, we are going to see the header. And this is where you can actually adjust both the header and the footer of the website. So let's go into templates here. Let's go ahead and choose a header template. I think that this one looks pretty good in this regard because we kind of have that white block, the red bar, and then everything underneath that. But let's just go ahead and try a different one. We are currently using this template. So let's try this one out, kind of see how it looks. Again, so we've got a couple site elements that were pushed to the second row here. But I think this does look better. We would basically just remove these from the menu so that they weren't, exactly kind of taking up all that space. So that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and check out the settings for the header templates. Basically where you can set all of your footer information. So you can set your broker logo for the footer, all that good stuff. Let's go back out here into templates and go to footer templates. Now let's see what we have going on here. The footer is important because it's on every page on the website. Let's see here. We have active. Currently just this one, the 2019 modern, which looks really great because as you guys can see, it has the kind of field of tiles that looks really fantastic when you are, actually, kind of have, featured areas and Instafarm pages added to the website. I'm going to go ahead and change it to this template, which is has a little bit less information. Kind of see what that looks like. Boom. And as you can see, it's a little bit more compact, has a little bit less kind of going on. Another cool thing to keep in mind with the home page is that you can hide rows as well. So if you ever, if you were using this template, and you're like, man, this looks really good, but I really don't want to have the blogs on the home page because I think it just kind of clogs it up. We can hide that for you. So if you just write into support@easyagentpro.com, we can go ahead and get that taken care of for you. Get those things hidden and kind of get you taken up in that regard. A couple other cool, kind of options that you have for site design are, let's go back here to the app section, are going to be the what we call the header leads section, which is that kind of very visible, it lets folks can close it out. It's kind of like a little CTA that's up on the top there. I think that one in particular is really good with that kind of bouncing arrow design like that, but let's go ahead and change it to that. And then of course, in settings here, you can, change the link. You can have it open in a new tab. You can have it always be shown. Let's see what that looks like. Boom. So that's, a little bit more centered. I actually really like that one with the kind of the bouncy arrows, but let's go back out to the apps section. We have this really great app called the Smart Slide In, which may or may not actually be, so it's enabled here. That will show a little slide in pop-up as you scroll down the page. It does show per cookie, so basically We're not seeing it right now because we already did see it in a previous session. And this is just loading, so just give it a second to load here. And then we also have the Contact Me section here. Contact Me is cool because it kind of lets you basically, have like a contact form that can pop out. You can have like a Facebook chat type contact form, which is really cool. Let's go ahead and change it to that template. If we go to settings here, you can either turn it on or off if you want to. Any leads that come in through that can be sent down a particular path. Let's go ahead and refresh that. And there is our smart slide in, as we were talking about before. This can also be adjusted here, what we call the smart menu. If you guys can either turn these off too, so if you don't want to have those on, if you don't want to kind of populate the user experience that way, we can absolutely deactivate those and not have it be a part of the user and site experience. So yeah, a lot of kind of design elements that are out there to be taken and kind of manipulated. So I would encourage you guys to explore these apps, kind of make some changes, get things kind of refreshed a little bit. If you want to do that but don't want to actually deal with it, go ahead and contact us support. We can get you hooked up with a designer refresh and kind of get you moving. So thanks so much for joining us today, guys. This has been Talking About Design on your website, and hopefully we will be seeing you for tomorrow's session. Take care.